Hello everyone and welcome to TberTalk. Today I have a truly exotic guest coming to visit me. And like all girls her age, she has a bubbly personality with an attitude to match. A lover of music, English, and cosplay, this high-flying chick truly packs a punch. Please help me give a warm welcome to my good friend, Miss Amber Krane. Hey Amber, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now Amber Krane, I always wanted to tell you I love that name.
Thank you so much.
Is it a stage name? Because I know you do cosplay, right?
I do cosplay.
You do cosplay. Is it a stage name or?
It is not. That is my real name.
That is
my
your real name.
Cosplay stage name, if you will, is Sarah Williams.
Why?
Because that has always been one character that I've always loved. It's from the 1986 movie with David Bowie, Labyrinth.
You're dating me. Labyrinth? What is that about?
Labyrinth is about a 15-year-old girl who wishes her little brother away to the Goblin King, and she has 13 hours to get him back.
13 hours? Only 13?
Only 13.
Only 13. Have you ever dressed up like any characters in this show?
I have.
Really?
I have all of her outfits.
Okay. Anybody else? Or any superheroes? What's your favorite hero?
I don't really like superheroes. I like the villains.
No super... Okay, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Villainous. Like what?
Poison Ivy. I love Poison Ivy so much.
Poison Ivy? That's Batman, right?
That's Batman.
That's
yeah.
Batman.
And DC.
DC.
I'm a DC
okay.
girl.
Not Black Cat or anything like that?
Oh, God, no.
I like the Spider-Man stuff. Hey. All right, so a girl like you probably likes Halloween, right?
I love Halloween.
Am I wrong in saying that?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you do on Halloween? What's your favorite tradition?
I like helping my mom pass out candy.
That's it?
Well, and dressing up, of course.
And dressing up,
but
okay.
yeah.
No Halloween, no scary Halloween parties?
I'm not a party girl.
Not a party girl?
No.
Okay. So Halloween's a time for scares and fright. What is the scariest thing that has ever happened to you?
The scariest thing that's probably ever happened to me was my first car accident.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that.
I was 17. I was on my way to school. And what happened was I wasn't really paying attention, and I accidentally rammed into one of my classmates' bumpers.
Really? Did the airbag go off?
Oh, yeah.
Were you ejected from the car?
I was not, no.
Okay.
No.
No, nothing like that.
No.
Okay.
So the scariest moment of my life thus far has been my first car accident when I was 17. I was on my way to school with a friend, and I got distracted for just a matter of seconds, and one of my classmates in front of me slammed her brakes for a squirrel, and I hit her from behind, and it was quite scary, and the airbags deployed, and I remember closing my eyes because I knew what was going to happen, and all I saw was, when I opened my eyes, was the dust from the airbags. And then I got out of the car, saw my car, and the only thing I could say for about 35 minutes before anybody came was, what just happened?
Okay, so you really just hit her dead on?
I did, yes.
Did you collect paperwork? How did this work? Were your parents angry?
So my dad and my mom both are very understanding with car accidents.
Okay.
And my mom, I called first because my dad lives 2 hours away. My mom turned around because she was literally at work and came, got me, and we called my dad, and then my dad rushed down to see me at the doctor's office. And yeah, it was quite scary, but no, they weren't mad at me. They were just like, we're happy you're alive and you didn't get hurt too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you endured physical pain?
The only thing I had was a scratch right here, but because of how close I sit to the wheel, I'm so the wheel's right here to me. Sure. This is just how I drive because I'm so short.
I figured.
Yeah. So I should have gotten more, but I'm lucky I didn't.
Lucky you didn't, or happy you didn't. But the worst kind of pain isn't physical, it's emotional, right? And a lot of us hold on to emotional pain kind of as therapy, right? And if we don't talk about it, if we just deny it, it gets worse.
Yes.
Is that true?
That is so true.
And I sound like William Shakespeare here. I mean, you're an English major. Do you have any sonnet, stanza, whatever it is? Do you have anything you can throw at us? Something that talks about emotion and pain.
How about you do?
Well, if I don't say so myself. Mine eyes hath played the painter, and hath stelled in thy beauty's form, in virtue of my heart. I don't know what that means, but I did an English project on it once. Don't hate me for that.
Very nice.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
Well, thank you. So, there's nothing worse than a broken heart, a broken dream, or unrequited love. Do you have any romantic stories that you want to throw at us? Anything sad?
One of the saddest moments I've had was when I was in 7th grade. My best friend, Devin, moved. And that broke my heart because, I mean, she's my best friend. And she was moving away because her parents were getting a divorce. And that was just so hard.
Quite a time in your life. How was the middle school years for you?
Middle school years for me in general were fairly good. 7th grade itself was just a really rough year. Okay. Primarily because of that. Mm-hmm. But besides that, middle school was fairly okay. It
was okay, no fights?
Okay.
Maybe that's just the boys.
Yeah, no, just boys.
Maybe just the boys, that's right.
So when I was in 7th grade, the saddest thing that happened to me was my best friend Devin moving. She and I were friends for the majority of our lives. We became best friends in 6th grade, and we became inseparable. And I remember she gave me a call one day, and she was crying. I was on my way to my dad's, and I asked her what happened and what was going on. And she said, my parents are getting a divorce, and I'm going to be moving to Ohio with my mom. And that absolutely broke my heart because she was my best friend, and I didn't want her leaving, obviously. So it was rough.
Man, I just hate sad stories, but we're so attracted to them. Am I right? I mean, we all love a sad story. Why do you think that is?
I think that is because the human nature just... I believe humans are attracted to, like, sadness and, like, grief at times because life would be boring without it.
Okay.
Just like we can't go without love, we can't go without happiness, and we can't go without being angry at times because that's just how humans work.
Really? So it's just using of all the emotions at all times, you need that?
Yes.
Really? Okay. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Anything sad in your life? Any men in your life?
Any men in my life?
That's a weird question coming from me right now, but...
Currently, there are none, but there was one, and...
Go ahead. We're open here on TberTalk.
I would say one of the most painful feelings, like, associated with sadness and love is what you were saying earlier, and that's unrequited love.
Unrequited love, yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Simply because the definition of unrequited love is like having feelings for somebody or even loving somebody that doesn't love you back or will never love you back or doesn't even know.
Okay.
And having that and keeping that a secret when you're just every act of anything that you do regarding them or anything you do for them or have any way of showing them, like, yes, I do care, they're just too blind and they don't see. And like,
could they love another maybe?
Of course they could.
And that's totally all right.
It is all right.
Because they're loyal to that person.
Yes. But then the other person is just
It's sad.
It's very sad, yes.
What is that thing they say? All's fair in love and war, right?
Yes.
Truly. But the one thing in any story that really breaks the sadness, right? The thing that we love, the thing that makes us laugh is comedic relief.
Yes.
Right? I love comedy. Do you have anything funny for me?
I do, actually. When I was a baby, I got the nickname Doodles from my grandparents, primarily my grandfather, because when my mom was pregnant with me, I would be kicking around and stuff, and they called me Wacky Doo. And then when I was born, what happened was I used to always get balloons. I mean, it's a baby, so you have to have balloons.
Balloons, right.
And I would grab onto the strings and just whack them around. So they just cut out Wacky Doo and just call me Doodles.
Okay, maybe I'm uncultured, and I've heard of Wacky Doo. Who is this? Wacky Doo, is he from a cartoon or something?
I don't know.
Oh, I
don't
he
know
was
where
from,
that
like,
came
Bugs
from.
Bunny or something like that.
It sounds like something from Looney Tunes.
It sounds like something from Looney Tunes. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
Are you a fan of the cartoons? What do you watch?
Well, cartoon-wise, I mean, I'm a weeb, so I love anime.
You love anime?
I love anime.
What is it? Pokemon, Bakugan. What is it? That's all I know.
Those are the classics.
That's all I
Yes,
know.
I primarily watch Black Butler. I watch.
Boondock. What is it? Boondock something?
I don't watch that. No.
You know what I'm talking about? Though?
I do know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah,
right,
I watch
right.
Black Butler, Diabolical Lovers, Vampire Knight. Oh goodness, Princess Tutu. I watch so much.
Princess Tutu.
Princess Tutu.
What's that about?
It's pretty much Swan Lake with Nutcracker music in the background.
Is it? Okay, it's like an
Yes.
episodic thing.
Pretty much,
Is it?
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So here on TberTalk, we like to have fun, like I already explained to you. So I want to play a game with you, right? I'm going to ask you 20 questions, and you have to give me the first thing that pops into your head, the truthful answer.
Okay.
All right? And you can't skip them.
Okay.
All right? Let's get ready.
Okay.
All right, are you ready to begin?
I am.
Let's get started. What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie is Labyrinth.
Labyrinth. Favorite color?
Purple.
Purple. Favorite TV show?
TV show. Oh, I would say Turn.
Turn. Okay. Last meal.
Last meal. Oh.
Your last meal, like last supper.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Dog or cat?
Cat.
Cat, definitely. Okay. All right. Biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve. Ooh, when somebody is incredibly cocky and full of themselves.
Cocky, kind of like me. Favorite artist?
Favorite artist, David Bowie.
David Bowie. Dream trip?
Dream trip. Tokyo.
Favorite superhero? Or villain? Villain.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Number between 78 and 89.
7.
Tells a lot about you. It's not even between 78 and 89. 81. Dream job?
Dream job, be an English teacher.
English teacher. Okay. Name of elementary school?
Griffin Memorial Elementary.
Where is that?
Litchfield, New Hampshire.
Litchfield, New Hampshire. Best friend growing up?
Best friend growing up. Devin Crete.
Okay. Secret crush's name?
Oh God!
You gotta answer it.
First name?
Go ahead.
James.
Ouch. Favorite Universal monster?
Vampire.
Superman or Batman?
Batman.
Leather or suede?
Leather.
Favorite ethnic food? Tamales? I don't know what they are.
Mochi balls.
Mochi balls. Mom or dad?
Mom!
Mom, okay. Most ironic event?
Most ironic event was graduating a year early.
Why? What happened?
So when I was younger, I missed the cutoff for school. So my mom held me back a year. I didn't stay back a year. I was held back a year. So I did 2 years of pre-K, and then I did kindergarten all the way there. What happened was, because I worked very hard when I was in school, I ended up getting enough credits and having enough credits to graduate a year early. So I did my senior year, and I did 2 years in one.
2 years in one?
Mm-hmm.
Did it have any effect on your friend life?
No.
No?
I had no remorse leaving high school.
No.
No remorse leaving high school.
Why?
Yeah. My high school life was very rough. The school district itself was not the best. The administration staff was not the best. The only highlight of that was befriending my French teacher, and she is my mentor now, and I love her.
Teaching you French or just about life?
Everything. She started teaching me French, and now she's teaching me about life, and I love her, and I love her family.
C'est la vie. I don't know. Anyway.
That is life.
That is life. That is life. Okay, perfect.
So the most ironic story of my life is graduating a year early because technically speaking, because of my age, I was supposed to graduate the year I did. My mom decided at a young age when I was 4 to make me do 2 years of preschool instead of the one, because I would have been the youngest one in my grade while graduating high school. And because I worked off my butt and did tutoring when I was younger, because I have dyslexia, so I have a reading disability as well as ADHD. I worked very hard, did all my schoolwork, did everything I was supposed to, and I was able to graduate a year early. I went to my guidance counselor my junior year and asked her, just out of curiosity, where am I at with credits? How much do I need? And she said, you only need 8 more to graduate, so if you wanted to graduate this year, you could. And I was not going to turn that down.
All right, so we have time for one last event here on TberTalk, and I always like to finish the show with a little bit of romance. I'm not going to wine and dine you, but I want you to break my heart.
On the contrary, actually. One of the most romantic things I've ever experienced was one of my friends last year, last spring semester. I went into his work and we talked for a little bit, and I wanted to watch a movie with him because I was trying to watch this movie with him for a while, and we watched it. And what ended up happening was his shift ended and there was like 12 minutes left, and I said, can we just finish this? And he had other things to do, so I asked him the next day if he could see it with me, and he said yes. And I was about to leave and he grabbed my face and kissed me, and I was like, yay!
Yay. Okay.
The most romantic moment I had was with one of my friends last spring semester. I had a crush on him, and he invited me to his work, and I wanted to try to watch a movie with him for a couple months, and we finally got to watch it because he was graduating soon. And what happened was the movie had like 12 more minutes left of it, and his shift got done, and I asked him if we could finish watching the movie since it was only 12 more minutes, and he said he had other plans, and I said I understood. What about tomorrow? And he said that should work out, and I got all happy because I love spending time with him. And I went up to leave, and he grabbed my face and kissed me, and the world felt like it fell away.
All right, Amber, well, that looks like all the time we have for this session of TberTalk. I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for tuning in to this action-packed episode of TberTalk. I took you back, brought you forward, and left you right where you were, with stories I love, and hopefully you did too. I'm your host, Zakaria Tber,
and I'll see you next time on TberTalk.
Your picture perfect blue, some